Hello everyone, I'm back with another video, and then of course if you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe, smash the like button, and turn on the notification to all notification, and of course ring the bell icon to be notified of all my upcoming contents. Without further ado, let's jump straight into it. The map is Prize Ring. This will be your usual PvP thing, but an hour long, or almost. Let's go. Okay, so Ruslan will be the enemy, and I'm going to be the Confed, top right hand corner. We're going to have to extend or out zoom and then reveal everything there is to reveal. Fast forward a bit, classic misstep shenanigan. Level 2 HQ, put up those two shipyards for faster delta production on each side. And then, of course, there goes the X facility to, of course, gather that container. I'm actually expecting resistance out there, and I spent quite a bit of a rifle or assault infantries right there. Okay, so we gather all those juicy containers on the ocean. We give up the shipyard because we're not going to go ocean. A little bit of those deltas that was produced, I'm going to be using to attack early on, along with the initial infantry that I used. Now, this guy is preemptively prepared with a gun tower and a sniper tower. So as soon as I saw that rocket and gun tower and sniper tower, I initially moved to where there is, or the outside, um, outside of the range of those two towers. So preemptively, that will give me just a few buildings for me to snipe here. And then, of course, that's me using assault and delta, a little bit of delta, which is still trying to get here. Meanwhile, he has a level 3 vehicle factory, a Jaguar just popped out, a Wasp, and a Porcupine. More Porcupine in production. Meanwhile, on my end, I'm adding more supply centers here, as well as putting up that X facility level 2 to get that Seraphim out. Okay. Not really that much going on here, it's just me sniping buildings outside the range of those towers. And in the meantime, I'm still using the resource boost while he himself is actually using a defense boost. So there's a huge difference here, and he's using a defense boost, and that basically gives me the advantage in terms of overall resource income, at least for a few seconds, which still gives me another advantage. Meanwhile, I actually sniped that power plant, which again he will have to reproduce, and delays his supply centers by, or delays his income by a few seconds. And I'm going to have to try and attempt to get rid of that supply center to gain additional advantage, because he might actually use the reconstruction boost, or he may choose to just rebuild them using his resources. Either or will be my win. Okay? Okay? And so, going HQ level 4 here as me, Seraphim popping out, level 3 vehicle factory on the way, and an additional special vehicle factory. Okay? So, fast forward a bit, he's going HQ 4 with that construction yard and level 2 X facility. He's actually trying to go ahead and counterattack me, as I literally have nothing here to oppose him. It's just that one Zeus and another Zeus in production. That was a good scout there with those riflemen, giving him the signal to attack me because I have nothing to defend. Okay, here we go. 2 Zeus now. Okay, so you know what 2 Zeus can do to 3 Jaguars? Especially if they're coming in one by one and are not properly sieged up. Meanwhile, my Seraphim tried to take down that research or hero facility that he has. However, I actually failed due to the passive ability firing at another thing, and then I just switched target. But still, that is a win, since repairing that research or hero facility is actually more expensive. So he upgraded that to level 3 for 550, and then of course the cost to repair that badly bruised up hero facility. So, well, it's kinda good. Okay? Solaris coming out. AVF Factory, of course, for me to gain that mobility as well as scout and precision striking. He has that wasp right there. I initially built that barracks to, of course, gain high ground view, and if anything fired at it, that basically means it's just camping outside my base. That can basically confirms my theory. Okay? And one vertex is out. He's trying to snipe another barracks, but I'm just going to build another one as I don't believe that he's marching here with the whole army with just one Jaguar that can be seen firing at the barracks. Adding more vehicle factories here on my end. I already scouted his base, and I saw that he already has level 3, adding more factories as he goes. Alright, that's a lot of porcupines. Okay. And here goes the Leviathan. Okay. And so, expecting that Leviathan, although I was expecting the Leviathan to come over here, but that didn't happen. He actually went over the ocean where my Typhoons will have a hard time going after that Leviathan. So he actually did the right thing here. Now I had that Cyclone to gain high ground view and to snipe whatever that should be sniped right there. Meanwhile, non-stop unit production here on my end. I'm acting as if nothing's happening. And then of course he's trying to snipe as many buildings as he can. Any damage will be to his advantage. Okay, we skipped this part right here, and he actually managed to take out my X facility that is level 3, and that's actually huge and a good investment for that Leviathan. And he also took out another supply center, which actually delayed my resource production by just a few seconds, at least until I reconstruct another one. Okay. Now, the anti-air on this thing is actually quite decent. I'm not exactly sure. Yeah? Oh, no, it's not. It's just that my Vertex took damage from the side cannons. Okay, meanwhile, he's actually attacking me on land while I was busy with my Vertex, so that's actually a good diversion. Alright. Solaris here. Badly microed. I should have striked right here, although not that I have an idea to get there. Here goes. Trying to move my Solaris away. However, some of my Zeus are actually exposed while under the acid debuff. That's a huge concave right there. Although I managed to successfully destroy a Jaguar, but that's not going to change anything here. I mean, I'm still in a bad position. Okay, I'm trying to destroy as many Jaguars as I can, lowering his Jaguar count. Okay. He actually positioned the Jaguars just outside the radius of the explosion of my Torrents, which is actually quite nice, hence I switched my target to those Jaguars who are clumped up. So he actually retreated. He took a lot of losses, as well as I do, with an X facility, supply center, Solaris, and a lot of Zeus. Well, actually just 5 or 6 Zeus, I think. Meanwhile, he has a ton of army here. One Chameleon I think is not going to be enough. He's regenerating the health of that Leviathan. I'm trying to have my Vertex attempt to snipe that Leviathan, however, it's protected by those porcupines, and some of its health has already been regenerated. Alright, so I'm not going to pursue that anymore. I need more Vertex to perform that act. Okay, fast forward a bit. Again, I'm trying to somewhat take over this position, and then I place the wall right there so to avoid attacking in general, or being attacked in general. Meanwhile, he launched a nuclear right here. Actually a solid hit. I was unable to switch to an air raid boost due to the fact that that Leviathan fired the mist or the nuclear on top of a cliff. Okay, so again, the remedy to that nuclear will be a recovery boost, given that he's going to give me time to recover, but apparently he's not going to. So he's actually doing it the right way. Again, Torrents. So this is how you should use a Torrent, and you should not say that a Torrent is useless and has less range, whatever you have to say. Yes, it does have less range, but the damage it can deal to what's an area of effect is huge. Okay, here we go. Alright, so, yep. Managed to destroy a little bit of the Jaguars right there, and more. Ooh, let's see. Okay. He's still trying to be annoying here with those Jaguars outranging my Zeus who are on a common recovery boost. So I'm going to have to force fire to where I believe they are located. Meanwhile, this Leviathan will try and attempt what it did earlier, for it was actually successful. This time I have a vertex, however, my AV factory is not really maxed out. Now I'm going to have to retreat my army here, out just outside the range. He'll manage to take out that AV factory with the vertex before popping out with not cancel. Absolutely wicked. Okay, he has a mole right there. That's actually very good as the splash damage alone, given that it's not really a direct hit, can actually damage the units, but the mole is there to repair it and avoid using a gold recovery boost similar to what I am doing. It's actually doing great here. Now, I managed to kill that Leviathan, and that's actually a big thing and a big threat, at least to where I'm at, because I don't have any air defense. I put all my resources into productions. Here you go. Again, Torrents playing the majority of the role. I have a bit of the Typhoon. Now I'm going to have to avoid that free damage with the mole turrets, and that mole turret, man, gotta say, you gotta love it, man. For that's good. That's free damage right there. Okay, some units right there popped up. Tried to pick up the vertex with tried to pick up the wasp with the vertex, and again, it's not really a good idea to to battle me up front with me having that many torrents right there. It's an instant death. Here you go. He actually tried anyway, so he's gonna learn it the hard way. Okay, and yeah, bombs away. Okay, so he actually maneuvered before the torrents fired, and that's actually a good thing. He just avoided mass extinction on that army. But one solid hit, you dead. Okay, so I'm going to have to try to take the fight into his side of the base so that I can have a breathing time here on my end. Alrighty. Okay, again, Torrents with a massive extinction level of critical damage right there. I mean, I may not see what's inside that fog, but I know for sure that it destroyed a bunch of things. Regardless, be it Porcupine, Jaguar, or another Chameleon. So he is pushed back to his base. He has HQ level 5. Meanwhile, I'm still rebuilding that area factory that I lost. And I'm going for HQ level 5. But first, I need to seal the entrances to my base. So, to eliminate his advantage of mobility on those units. Because he can literally attack me left, right, center, pattern. And I would like to have that avoided. So, as much as possible, I'd only like to have this entrance unsealed to, of course, let my unit out of my base. Here we go, trying to position from the top, since going below that, below the hill from this side is not going to be a good idea, for his units are all in range, and my units are going to be clumped up. Meanwhile, I'm going to have to go over here and try and attempt to attack him from there, from the top. So, this is the vertex attempting to damage that Leviathan. Okay, that's enough damage. I don't want to lose more vertex. And I did have that Zeus take that super container. Again, just, pretty much queuing up some things right here before going HQ level 5. Here goes the nuclear. With an air raid boost now, not really that much of a damage, and the big difference of the damage right there. Okay? And I have to say that nuclear is quite strong. I don't really believe that he has class 7 Leviathan, because my class 7 Leviathan doesn't deal that much damage to my army, or to an enemy army. Okay, here you go. Again, he's in his base, so repositioning is the only option he has. No running away. And he actually lost a ton of that unit. The Wasp will not really change a thing right here. That Leviathan is badly bruised up. That will give my Vertex an edge to destroy it. There you go. Pick up some stuff. Destroy the hero facility. And that will give me a huge amount of breathing time, as I will no longer be going with heroes. So it's a hero battle versus non-hero user. Okay, so I actually lost a ton of unit there, since a majority of his units right there. Although one major thing that I should have took note of is that his units are clumped up, and if I fired at that location with my torrents, it's gonna be game over. However, I did not really thought of that at that moment because I was trying to go produce more units here. And I was actually thinking if he counterattacked me, I would have want to seal the entrance. Now another idea came up here, wherein which I have to lead him from above the cliff and have the Torrent siege up and lay waste since they'll die anyway. There you go. At least deal damage before you say goodbye. Okay, not really that much damage, however, a lot of bruised up units. That's totally enough, since I will have to regroup my army to fight another battle. He has a ton of jaguars, but no porcupines whatsoever. So I managed to scare him up because that chameleon may be running low on energy, and he has like a ton of units that are badly bruised up. Okay, again, ooh, huge army right there, man. 3 vehicle factory is really a thing, with 3 special vehicle factories on top of that. However, he has like 7 supply centers, and I got like, I don't know, 8, 9 or whatever. So he's actually moving around here at the bottom side of the map, and I'm actually expecting him to attack right here. So I destroyed that barracks, and I'm going to have to rebuild walls to fill in the gap. Okay, and so now, since I saw his units around here, I'm going to have to somewhat, think that he may actually go at the bottom and then go at the very side to attack me. And of course, due to mobility issues, I will not have time to react. Okay, or my units will not have enough time to get there fast enough. Okay, again, torrents. The use of torrents, keep in mind the use of torrents. Now again, I am not really losing a lot of units here thanks to the shield, as it makes my units live longer. Okay, so again, scouting boost to speed up the unit and see further, because the farther I can see, the better it will be. Okay here. Now, I'm actually looking out if it's going to go for a nuclear, but, due to the damage that I've dealt with him, it's not going to be a nuclear anytime soon. I could have actually just camped in my base and go for a space strike, but I didn't choose that route. I would like to get more action. Here we go. Vertex action right here, trying to take out supply centers and ruin his economy. So if he already used a reconstruction boost, he's actually screwed by those vertex, dealing damage on those supply centers. And my hunch were correct. While I was controlling the vertex, he was actually sending his units over to the right hand corner, or very right hand corner of the map, and the walls did really buy me some time. And yep, my hunches were correct. I actually built a bunker or a barracks right there just to see, and then of course use a gold scouting boost to see ahead. Now again, the barracks were an attempt to be destroyed by those units that are beside it, dealing damage to his own units, or even destroy some. Again, the walls, if you look closely, if they fired at the wall, they might actually destroy his jaguars, if they're sitting right beside it. Okay, he's trying to enter. That choke point will be my golden opportunity for my torrents to land a fatal blow on that army. Okay, there you go. I actually fired at that location, since that's where he will be coming out. Okay, I lost some buildings, yes. I lost some units, yes. But he lost more. Okay. Well, I'm not really all into the vertex kind of thing, so that's completely fine with me if I lost that area factory and the supply center. I'll just have to rebuild it, and I have so many supply centers already. Okay, here we go. I'm going to top the clip because I'm expecting him to go over here and take this position, but I'm not going to have to allow him to do that. Again, he's destroying a shield. He successfully did, which is good. However, at the expense of some units that are destroyed within inside the fog. And again, those are torrents. Okay, speed things up. He sacrificed 1 unit for the survivability of the rest. Absolutely good decision making. Okay. So again, he's trying to get that super container. However, I'm actually using the vertex to, you know, like attack his production factories or facilities, such as the vehicle factory, delaying or reducing that Jaguar count, for it is troublesome how fast he can actually produce those Jaguars. So yeah, 3 Jaguars at a time is actually bad for me. I only have 3 now. I just added that one earlier. There you go. Oh, one more time. Okay, there you go. That's some solid hit right there, man. And those are for free factories. Again, he's actually attacking at the blind spot here where my units are not in a good location. Good thing here, I just have to head straight line right here, and the pathfinding isn't really that bad, except it is really bad. So, again, choke point right here, those walls really bought me some time, and he's actually destroying the shield. And again, it's the golden opportunity for my Torrents to lay waste on that side of the map, and again, taking out some units and my own walls beside it, or with it. Again, choke points. I just have to adjust accordingly to where I last saw his units. There you go. I don't really care if it hits directly. A splash damage will be enough to deal damage. Yep. Okay, some units were super smart to go over there and not join the rest of the units or the army that I got. Okay, now. And so, time to retreat and call it quits. He's going to have to retreat anyway, and I'm going to have to rebuild that wall. For it is actually harder to go over here instead of here, since there's like it's too narrow. Okay? Using reconstruction, again, he's trying to go over here and attack me from the side, and I used my vertex in time because my hunches are actually telling me that he's going to attack from the right this time around. And I'm going to have to strengthen the walls this time around, so he will not be able to enter my premises. Okay, again, launching an attack to where I thought it's the shortest route to escape. I'm just gonna use that as the, I'm just going to attack because his units are headed straight over there. I may not destroy them, but they'll be destroyed the second encounter due to the low health points that they had remaining. Both of us have HQ level 5, having more vertex right here, and he's running away, and I'm going to have to again take the fight to him. Okay, there you go. Gonna have to take the fight to him. Gonna have to use the vertex here. See what I can snipe. Again, trying to get rid of a factory here, but nah. Okay. Relatively a bad idea for me to go below this cliff right here because all his units are gonna be in range of my army that's gonna be choked and basically clumped up there. So that's like a meat grinder, and I'm not gonna fall for that. Alright now, so I'm going to have to have my vertex retreat. Super smart pathfinding as usual. And I'm going to have to retreat and take better engagement. So I actually saw that his units are right in the middle of his base, in between those buildings. So I'm going to have to take this opportunity to go over here where the units are not in range. Okay. He's actually positioning that Leviathan at the top, so he's expecting me to go there as well to launch a special nuke. Okay, vehicle factory out. Solid hit. Again, no chances of using an air raid boost due to the fact that I could not really see that Leviathan ahead of time. Meanwhile, my base is like a fortress with only one-way entrance, and I'm going to have to add more factories. To prevent that Leviathan from going over my base, I'm going to have to build anti-air towers for any whatever shenanigan avia he may have to go against me. Meanwhile, he actually did it. He went at the back of my army, where my Zeus at the front and the Torrents are at the back. He actually successfully managed to drive back what I have, or destroy majority of my Torrents, but with that is not without losses from his end. Meanwhile, he actually risked it, and he suffered some damage with those Jaguars, and he actually had them on a vertical line majority of the time, and I'm gonna have to take this opportunity to take the fight inside his base. Well, since my army is gonna be destroyed anyway, I might as well take out an important infrastructure with me, and like one last final glory for my army before they die out. As they say, you can deal damage, make it worth it. There you go. That HQ is gone. Level 5 HQ is gone. And I'm going to have to take as many units as I can out with me. Along with that hero facility once again. Those Jaguars, very, very nice. And more Jaguars here on this side. And supply centers, and so on. Whatever my unit can actually destroy, I will do so. Vehicle factory, and he could not really rebuild another vehicle factory due to HQ limitations. Although, the bad thing about this is that he had a lot of units left over, and I'm going to have to use my Vertex to kill that Leviathan, for it can be a threat while I rebuild my army, or reproduce my army. Yeah. Okay, so that Leviathan is no more. He can no longer reproduce it. He only has like what? 5 supply centers, and that's basically it. Or 6, rather. 6. Is it right? Yeah, 6. Lol. Whatever. Okay. Alright now. So again, reproducing my army. Though I think I killed a bunch of things, but it was basically scattered around. And the moment I attacked, I already had a few left. So more unit production here on my end. I'm going to have to try and intimidate him because my army is here. And it's never really a good idea to engage with Chameleon, Jaguar, and Porcupine if your Zeus or Jaguars are still not in good formation. Unless you have those Chameleons activated ahead of time. There you go. I'm going to have to try and snipe as many as I can right here, changing the force firing to where I last saw the Jaguars are, to take out as many Jaguars as I can. Now, basically, I don't want to hold on to you too long. He has a better concave now, thanks to the mobility. I'm going to have to back off and retreat to my comfort zone. Now, he can't really push out right here because if he can actually meet a sad fate here if my Torrents were here, which he doesn't know. Yeah, it's a totally bad idea thanks to the splash damage of my Torrents and Zeus at the same time. Even though he may have the better number advantage, I do have the better terrain advantage at this point. Alright, and then again, attacking. I'm building up the Torrent count once again to go mass extinction again. Okay, he's still going at it. There you go. Okay, so he's gonna be backing up a little bit and reforming those Jaguars, but it's actually too close to the Chameleon, so some of it will actually die. He's actually buying himself time while he reconstructs his base. Again, reproduction boost, vehicle reproduction. So, this is what is left of his army. Just 5 Jaguars, 4 Porcupines, and 6 Chameleons. Lol. That's not good. And he could not really spam those Jaguars until he has HQ level 3 or HQ level 4, which he just had. And he attempted to build a shipyard later on. X facility again, or hero facility. Again, my numbers are growing here. Going critical mass, and I'm going to be able to push it with the number of Jaguars that he has. There you go. Again, I'm going to have to go for brute force here, thanks to the shield that allowed me to bulldoze my way out of here. Okay, so I got my footing once again. I'm going to have to cement my footing for a bit more to build up more command points. Okay. I'm gonna have to try and get rid of as many things as I can for free. Now, I saw those shipyard and I thought of, Oh, alligator. It's going for alligator, or let's go ahead and mess up that plan. So I killed an anti-air, damaged an AV factory, and destroyed one shipyard that's been upgraded to level 2. Good investment overall. Now I'm going to have to add more vertex on that. Add one more layer right here for insurance purposes. Now I got like enough already. And again, he's going to go for that massive clash. It's never a really good idea to go do this as a resistance. It's a bad idea. If your enemy has this much torrent, it doesn't really matter if the area is this large. You need a larger area to make this more effective with that kind or with that many land army composition. Okay, so again, he's trying to reposition here, but ultimately he's gonna go back to his base, and I'm going to have to try and siege him from above. Okay, he's trying to get into good formation, which is not really bad. Okay, again, he's trying to catch my torrents off guard, destroying it because it's the main threat that he's being having. You know, those torrents are bringing him nightmares. Come on, Liv. Alright, here we go. I'm gonna have to order my units to forest fire. And forest fire they go. However, I only have one torrent at this point. However, I have plenty of Zeus here. And I destroyed a bunch of those chameleons that are clumped up. Hence, again, I managed to take out revenge on those chameleons and some Zeus that are badly bruised up. Just imagine if I had torrents, those units would have died instantly there. And again, with that, his army is out of position. It'll take him quite a while to go and, be in position for a good defense. So again, take this opportunity, reduce those Jaguar count, and destroy as many things as I can. One factory is out, and, well, you ought to save something here. So I actually retreated 2 of my shields because instead of losing all of them. And I left some army here so that his army will not chase after my shield. Meanwhile, I have my vertex attack that vehicle factory. However, thanks to the alligators, it's already, it's a bad idea to continue or pursue. Again, those Jaguar count are insane. And, yeah. Alright, so I'm going to have to build another construction yard here because I am expecting him to have alligators attack me. 1 yard right here and 1 yard right there. Okay, again, a lot of vehicle production here on my end, and I'm going to have to build preemptive platforms on both sides to fend off the attack. Meanwhile, I'm going to have to try and deal some damage here. Destroyed an air tower or anti-air tower, 2 anti-air towers, and so on, and I'm going to have to retreat since... Oh man, okay, and then my units has been caught by those units of his. So I actually lost 2 vertex, no, 3 vertex, and no, actually 1 vertex there. 1 vertex for 2 anti-air ain't really that bad of a deal. Again, he's trying to do that same old trick, but no, it's not gonna work. Okay, so again, the thing here is to eliminate your base's weaknesses and your overall weakness by other means of compensations to compensate for that weakness. Okay, here we go. Oh, I saw those units. Okay. Oh, too bad. Too late for me. 1 vertex has gone, has died. Well, that's bad for me. Again, torrent count is 6. Zeus count, and then I have a total of 8 torrents. Ho. Ho, ho, ho. Okay. Now, that wasp saw my army coming, and he literally have no research facility at this point, or hero facility. Okay, tried to pick up that wasp. Any Jaguar that will be destroyed here will be highly appreciated by my vertex, or by me. Woo. Okay, so 2 Jaguars per 1 vertex is actually a nice trade. Again, be more efficient, even though I have the economic advantage at this point. Okay, here. trying to fish out any units that are outside the range of the fog. And ooh, those poor alligators. Okay, now again, slowly traversing the area here. However, again, he's going to have to try and destroy my Torrents that only has 14 HP upgrade and some armor upgrade. So it's not max for rank 24. Literally, even the damage. And voila! Hola, hola! Okay, so he's going to have to reposition because the next salvo that might actually hit him will absolutely shred his army apart. Okay, again, fast forward again. And now I'm going to have to use my Torrents to attack him from above the cliff. Yeah. So any destruction here with the supply centers or whatever will be a very, very good advantage for me. For some reason, some Zeus are very smart to go down below that cliff. Or below the cliff, yeah. Oh, here we go. Again, force firing to where I think the units are headed. Huge damage thanks to my Torrents, even though they're not maxed out. Okay, again, I'm going to have to try and follow those units as best as I can. Taking the shortest route possible, and again, using the vertex to take out the factory. Oh, taking the fight over to him. And some would say, I literally camp hard. No, I did not. I literally have no plans to camp. Okay, I've destroyed another power plant or a supply center, delaying his resource production, or reducing his resource production. Okay, and so his units are actually good spread right here. Spread out in a nice manner. One chameleon is out for the count, however, I'm actually at that meat grinder, so it's not really good for me. Now, I saw some Jaguars right there, so I'm gonna have to take the advantage and kill as many Jaguars as I can. Oh my god. Well, at this point in time, I don't know. Because even if I was in his situation, he could not really tackle my Zeus Shield and Torrents, man. I don't know what he needed here. If he had AV, I will have Typhoons, which will absolutely demolish his whatever Avia. All right, and that's gonna be the beginning of the end for this player right here, Ruslan. He actually played really well. So yeah, I mean it's from hero versus hero to a non-hero user versus a hero user, and so on and so forth. So it's just a non-stop slugfest at this point. Now, I'd highly appreciate if you guys can share your thoughts. What are what are your thoughts into this video? I hope you liked it, and if you did, make sure to subscribe, smash the like button, ring the bell icon to be notified of more content similar to this one, if not even better. Thank you so much for watching. Have yourself a great day, and good luck with your battles. Yeah, 2 Jaguars ain't gonna cut it. That many porcupines ain't gonna cut it. And at this point, I mean, bruh, you're not gonna do anything. Yeah, I can simply spam, 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 and use the vertex to snipe buildings. Yep, he called in the white flag, or threw the white flag. GG. Bye now.